It's now been more than a week since a surveillance camera captured some of the last known images of college student Sudiksha Konanki in the Dominican Republic. And now sources familiar with the investigation tell NBC News that video also shows the young man being called a person of interest. The sheriff's office in Loudoun County, Virginia, where Konanki is from, says a 22-year-old man is being considered a person of interest because he was the last person seen with Konanki before she vanished from this Punta Cana beach. A spokesperson stressing it's not the same thing as a suspect, as this is not a criminal matter. It is still a missing person case. The sheriff's office, which has no jurisdiction in the case, says it sent detectives to Punta Cana to support the FBI.
En compañía de un amigo.
But Dominican Republic authorities, who are leading the case, have not publicly indicated if the individual is a person of interest in their investigation. The country's national police telling us the massive search effort involving more than 300 people has included a focus on the water's overnight movements to see where a body would drift if someone drowned. In January, at a beach near Konanki's last known location, authorities say a group of tourists were swept away by rough seas. 4 did not survive. Konanki's mysterious disappearance not keeping spring break crowds away. But some young visitors here reflecting on the situation.
Makes you think twice about how safe the Dominican Republic really is, and specifically this resort.
In a previous statement, Rio Hotel said they were deeply concerned about the disappearance of one of our guests, adding they are working closely with the local authorities, including the police and the Navy, to conduct a thorough search. Now, a week into this mysterious disappearance of a U.S. college student, investigators still searching for answers. We just heard back from the Dominican Republic's National Police. They tell us that they do not use the term person of interest in their investigations. And the police here also tell us at this time, no one is being considered a suspect. Guys.
Okay. Jesse Kirsch there with some new developments in the case. Jesse, thank you.
I want to turn to NBC News analyst and former FBI Special Agent Clint Watts. Good morning to you. I mean, this is important. There's somebody they want to talk to. The Dominican officials are not calling this person a person of interest. They say there's no suspect, but potentially a witness and somebody that investigators should talk to.
Yeah, when you don't know exactly what happened and you don't have any evidence of an actual death, why eliminate any investigative possibilities? I'm sure that when you look at U.S. law enforcement, FBI, and others that are trying to work with the Dominican Republic, you stay as wide as possible until the evidence takes you down past it, eliminate other paths. I'm sure that's what they're focused on right now.
So, Clint, I mean, there were these 4 tourists apparently who drowned not far from here a few months ago. When conducting an investigation like this, how do investigators go about narrowing down their focus or narrowing their focus?
Yeah, 2 things really with this. One, it's the timeline. They do have a timeline in this case. They know what it is. They've seen surveillance video of these students who are essentially going to the beach. That timeline then narrows. Then you are spanning out for witnesses. What we see from the news, well, that's just one surveillance camera, but beaches are very porous places where many people transit back and forth. Lots of spring break visitors down there. You want to go as wide as you can with your canvas. Most important thing is trying to identify, is she still alive or dead? And if she has passed, the body will provide a lot of evidence, physical evidence, in terms of what the outcome might have been.
It's been a week, though. I mean, are you surprised that either she hasn't turned up and said, oh, I was over here, or that they haven't found any evidence of her remains, if that's the case?
I think some things to consider is every hour the body is not recovered, if she has drowned or if she has passed away, makes it that much harder for them to find it in ocean currents. Remember, it was at least 24 hours before there was any real missing person information was put forward. Put all of that together, you're now at 2 days looking for this body. If she is out in the ocean, this is an extensive search, and it could take some time for it to surface.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Clint.
Thank you very much.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC, or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.